measures might be available to build trust back up again. So trust is falling, why is that a problem? What can we do about it? But rebuilding trust is a very difficult question. As many people think that once trust is destroyed, it's very, very hard to build it back up again. And we saw that in the figures in the US. It could bounce back a little bit if it was a downward trend. When things start to go wrong, they'll continue to go wrong, to go bad. So these are political questions. What can we do, what can a government do to restore trust once it is being ruined? But before I get to these political questions, I want to start with a more philosophical question, which is, what do we mean by trust to begin with? Now, this is a question that has a huge amount of literature now. There are many, many different definitions. I'm not pretending that what I give you is going to be the definition that ends the debate. What I'm going to tell you is about one approach that I found very helpful, not my own original approach, but an approach from someone who was working as a postdoctoral researcher with me. I want to illustrate her position by thinking about ordinary situations when trust is involved. So, suppose you have a young child. You need or want to go out for the evening. So you need someone you can trust to take care of your child. Familiar situation for many people. What would you look for in the person that you're going to choose to look after your child? First of all, you want someone who knows the needs of children or could learn them very, very quickly. Second, you'd want someone who is careful and not reckless or negligent. Third, ideally, it's hard to find, someone who is empathetic or kind. Fourth, someone who would be quick to take action, such as calling you or a doctor if need be. And we can add more and more if we thought about it longer. There'd be other things we want to add. But these qualities are more important than, say, whether the person is a family member. Now, of course, it's very likely that family members will have these qualities, but they might not. And there might be a family member who is very forgetful, or loses their temper too quickly, or panics in a crisis. So you might think, I'm not going to leave my child with so-and-so, even though my cousin, my aunt, because I don't trust him. So the important thing is that if you manage to find someone with these qualities, then you don't have to worry about your child when you're out.